Now today we're looking at Jabba's Palace. This was a set released in 2013. A little bit of controversy around it in terms of the design itself. More of a real world issue than anything else, so the set quickly went off of shelves, and that meant I missed out on it back then. Now this set, for some weird reason, had been on my wish list since forever. I don't know what it is about the set, but I really do like it. There's just something about Jabba's palace as a location and the Tatooine planet that enthralls Star Wars fans. Now, I know they've kind of done it to death in recent years with some of the games and even with Lego itself, but it still is one of those main planets. It's where you find Luke for the first time, it's where Anakin comes from, so it is quite central to the Star Wars universe. Now, this set itself is sort of like a small palace building, very cramped, obviously, because Jabba's palace is massive. Like, if you had to create a UCS set, probably the whole table would be gone. But you then also get your tower built, and then some of the Easter eggs from that opening from Episode 6 there. And the cool thing with this is the only time we've actually got Leia as the Boushh bounty hunter. And funny enough, you can still see Chewbacca here as the old mold. So that's how long back the set is. But also I said it is one of those sets I really wanted. I obviously have it in front of me. So my wife did manage to find someone who gave it to us for a very good price. And I was super happy and excited. Also got the Rancor pit, but we'll do that one in a different review. And the set is really cool. Now, it doesn't have that same kind of display value as you would get from a lot of other sets. It is very minimalistic, and when you turn it around, you can see it is very much just your tan and dark tan bricks. But there's still something about this set that just keeps calling out to me every time that I looked at it back then. And then when I have it, you guys always see it on the display here. It really is one of my favorite sets. But enough about me talking so much about this. Let's take a deeper look, and then we'll get some final thoughts on this set. So here we have Jabba's palace itself. Now, it can disconnect into two separate pieces. So this tower does actually click off, and then you can also remove the roof. Now, the roof does have a very random stud shooter at the top, which uses this mechanism. But the cool thing is you get a lot of these big round pieces, which is very rare to get, especially in this dark tan color. And then the roof just sits in slots that have been marked for it. So at the front here, you've got some food and drinks for Jabba's guests. Then you have this strange, weird frog juice thing that Jabba eats and drinks from. And then on the side, we've got Han Solo, who's been frozen in carbonite. But the cool thing with that is, when you turn it around, you actually have the Han Solo minifigure. So the third area has a play feature. When you pull this lever out on the side, it opens the trapdoor into the Rancor pit, which is very cool when you attach with the Rancor pit, and I'll show that in that video. And then at the back here, you'll see there's a lever. And when you push that forward, it moves Jabba's throne forward, just like in the movie where it does that by itself as well. So Jabba can enjoy whatever's happening down in the Rancor pit. Now, the throne itself is just a loose piece that sits on the top there. It's got locations of where you can put Jabba down. And then in the back behind it, it's sort of just got a cooking area because the kitchen is behind there. And then it's just got a frog, Han's blaster, and a few coins, as Jabba is a crime lord. So the tower build itself is not too bad. I think it kind of captures what it needs to. And then looking a bit closer, you can see it's got that droid door guard. At the back, it does allow you to sort of just pull a little bit of a lever and then twist it around. And that is a printed piece as well. Then you've just got some turrets on the top here. Another turret gun that side. And then at the back, you can sort of kind of just see the entrance. And you've got a little bit of a post there for the guards. Set also does include a Biomar monk droid, which is just built up from various parts, but it's cool using those katanas and then the fortune teller's bowl piece. Taking a look at your minifigures, you've got Ula, who's got really cool printing all over her torso and legs, and then also for that headdress and the face itself. But I don't think Lego's ever going to make a figure like that again, unfortunately. Then we've got the Gamorrean Guard, which is a really cool molded head/torso piece. And under that is just a brown torso, but he's also got a little bit of leg printing there. And then last in lineup, we have Bib Fortuna, which is the best variation of this character. And he's got a pretty creepy face there, but the Leku pieces for his head are really cool and well molded. Then at the back, you can see that printing continues for Ula. And when you take off the Leku piece, she does have a dual-sided face as well. Then for our heroes, we've got Leia dressed up as Boushh the Bounty Hunter, Chewbacca and Han Solo. Now the printing on the Boushh torso is really cool. Comes with one of those printed thermal detonators as well. And then the molding on that helmet is really, really cool. Then for Chewbacca and Han Solo, these are the classic versions of these characters before they did the redo for Han Solo's hair and then the mold for Chewbacca's headpiece. And funny enough, this is also the first time that I actually got these characters in their more classic look. Then taking a look at the back, you can see Boushh just has a jetpack piece on. And then underneath you do get the face for Leia. And Han Solo also comes with dual-sided face printing. Then for some specialized molds. So this Han Solo frozen in carbonite is really well done. It's got that gunmetal grey print at the front. And then also all the data pads on the side to keep track of his vitals and various other things. And at the back, you can just see there's some clips where Han Solo holds on when you put him back in. And then we've got Salacious B. Crumb. Now, he is a very unique mold. It's very rubbery as well. Fortunately, with a lot of these pieces from that time, they don't stick as well as they used to. And then I think these prints also looks a lot better. This is one of those characters that you kind of do need the pupils, where I know Lego has changed it in recent years. But that just gives him that kind of like creepy, crazed look in his eyes, which he does have. And then lastly, we have Jabba the Hutt. Now, he's got an olive-colored body with a little bit of tan for his face parts and then orange eyes. He's also got a tattoo on his arm there. And then these dark tan stripes going down the side of his tail and front of his body. And then the same at the back. And a few of his fat folds. Now this is a really cool, unique molded creature from Lego. And I like when they do this for their Star Wars sets. Now, does this one live up to the hype I created in my head? It definitely does. Look, I'm going to be biased towards this set. It just really is something special and unique to me. I know we've gotten the Boba Fett's version of this in recent times, which is a smaller, thinner slice kind of the palace itself. But it was just really cool for, especially at the time, because 2013, 2012 was a really good year for Lego Star Wars, and we were getting quite a lot of Clone Wars sets. We were going back to the movies and getting sets of things that they'd either done quite a few years beforehand, so the molds were still those old molds with the creepy eyes, or they just went ballistic with cool new minifigures and everything. And especially, like I mentioned earlier, that Boushh figure is really cool. Like the detailing and the molding for the helmet was awesome. The new Gamorrean Guards, great. Jabba is Jabba. It's really cool that we're getting like a bigger, specialized mold for a character like that. And the best Bib Fortuna we've gotten so far. The ones from the new, what's the set? The new sail barge. It just doesn't hold up. They gave him the wrong headpiece and everything, which is very strange. But this set is awesome if you just want this for your Star Wars collection. Now, obviously, this is quite a few years after retirement, so you're going to pay quite a hefty price for it. But if you really want the set and you like it, then I'd say it is worth it to get it. And if you can get the Rancor pit with it as well, then it's great, because it goes on top and you can create that whole cool scene from Star Wars Episode 6. So this set gets both thumbs up. I really just love it. Sorry. It is what it is for me. But if you're enjoying the reviews and the content, like and subscribe, and comment below which one of the 2013 Star Wars sets is your favorite. And then we'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.